Wow, it's the Schmack House.
What's going on, guys? We're back with another one. This time we got a video here today. Milagro and DJ Akademiks were live. This is trial day 8. You know, they got a few updates. We're gonna run through this. I might skip through some parts if it gets too like off topic, but we're gonna see what she had to say. She was in the courtroom today, and yeah, let's get into this, man.
Let me tell you what today was. I know you were in court, so I seen you react to it too. So, like, two little bum ass journalists, obviously, let me tell you what's happening. They're jealous. The clicks are down. The media historically have fed off a lot of these stories. If you go back to even like O.J. Simpson's, like,
Let's run up a little bit.
Kate, unfortunately, you'd probably be a little bit closer to getting a conviction. Still, like, I'm not trying to send bad vibes to her, but I am really shocked at ever since this happened. And yes, I do believe she got hurt. But ever since this happened, every public instance that she's decided to open up her mouth and say something or accuse someone or any of the moves she's made, it's only made it worse. And I really have to wonder who the heck is making these moves and calling the shots. Meg, again, like, I know she wants to be seen as the victim, but also this is the thing I caution any entertainer. You can't control the narrative. You can't control the internet. No one man can do it either. Neither can I. People have seen a bunch of information from different outlets. They're making up their mind. You get what I mean?
100%.
I seen two different people today who were not involved in the case. They were asked for their opinion on how it was thought, how they thought it was going to go. Honestly, I would have said both of them would have been leaning towards Meg in the beginning. They both said Tory, you know what I mean? And if this case is coming down to what we now know it is, I think we all deserve an apology, because when we do any doubt, it was like, yo, you guys are, like, first of all, what's so crazy? They called you misogynistic. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. They, in the article, it says, yeah, like, you're leaning into misogyny. And I'm like, again, unfortunately, this is so polarizing. You can't just point out facts on both sides. And here's the funny thing. I know I would, and I won't speak for you, but I'm pretty sure you would. If this case went down and we found out some really shocking stuff, and there was mountains of evidence that was consistent and that was in line with the idea that Tory did it and that he was guilty, we would probably just have to say, damn, I guess he did do it. But that's not what happened.
Let me tell you something. I agree with you wholeheartedly. And babe, I would have absolutely said that. Tory ain't got no goddamn spell on me. If I felt like the nigga was lying or the nigga was out of line or whatever, bitch, I'll tell you. I don't.
Yeah. So, again, I think that's a really idiotic move. But didn't I said this, and I'm not sure if I said it to you or I said it to Mo from Lawyer for Workers. I said, listen, I know Meg at this moment has to be huddled with her team, plotting. What are you going to do when that verdict comes down tomorrow night?
And they say, not Tory Lanez, not guilty. I'm telling y'all, man.
Friday morning. You now are going to listen. And by the way, this is the thing that, Meg has to realize. You can't control the internet. Some people, whether you were lying or not, quote unquote, they're going to look at you and say you're a liar. You're going to have to deal with that. And I'm going to do either a statement. You're going to see some powerful people try to speak out on her behalf, but she's going to go crisis mode. If this is the beginning of crisis mode to attack mostly Black independent blogs, this just shows her decision-making over time has gotten no better, and possibly that's why.
Let's get through this a little bit.
An hour too late. The people that fell.
They were just sitting there. When George got up there, those people were engaged. I saw a juror saying, nodding his head, like in agreement. Shit. I say, there we go. Huh. All you need is one. But it looked like a few of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the mere fact that, put it like this, the mere fact that Tory declined to call Jaquan.
Yeah.
And I think that could have been a knife in the heart. But honestly, when in the 48 laws of power, it tells you, you got to know when you win, or when you've won, and don't push too much.
Exactly.
Because you have a desperate opponent who might try anything. So, I think that was a good decision for him not to testify, and also not to also.
I think it was a smart decision. Because if he does testify, they are gonna press him. Y'all heard Lawyer for Workers, man. He said it. They're gonna try to, bring his character out. You know what I mean? And really try to put all. Remember, man, Tory has been wilding out here for these last couple of months, bro. Y'all remember about the August Alsina shit? You know what I mean? A lot of other shit. So, I don't think it'll look good for him, man. And Tory up right now. I don't think he needs to take the stand, bro.
Yo, I'll definitely say this. Could you imagine what the fuck they would have tried to bring up if Tory took the stand?
There you go.
I can.
They made him seem like
there you go. They would have came up with all type of shit.
They would have brought up some of the things they listed. These accusations that were never proven. August Alsina.
There you go.
Prince with his kidnapping ass. Lyrics, tweets. They just would have threw everything in him to make him look like a bad person. I am so elated that he did not get on that stand.
Hey, the moment I heard they said, well, we're gonna talk about his gun tattoo. I'm like, oh, word, that's what y'all got.
Okay, like, are you fucking serious?
His gun tattoo?
Okay.
Right. The fuck?
That's crazy.
Desperate shit. Desperate times call for desperate measures, because I know you fucking lying.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I gotta give this lawyer that Tory got some credit.
Yes.
With all due respect to Sean Holly, I don't think she had the dog in her. You know what I mean? You need somebody. You need somebody who had the dog in him. And I think George knew when to kind of chill out.
He
did.
I
think he turned his up.
He did, and not in a way that was aggressive towards anybody else. I feel like when it came to the witnesses, he did it to make a point. Oh, you don't remember? It was like y'all catching this type shit. He's just very aware, and he's been doing an amazing job. Those two sitting up there, oh yeah, they worked every fucking penny.
Yeah. Now I seen how Tory walked out of the courthouse, man. Tory's been walking out with the biggest smile possible.
He should. I mean, you sit up there all day listening to this bullshit, and I think you sit up there feeling like I can never speak for him. But child, why the hell would I go to jail for this?
Why did TMZ, who hasn't reported in real time about anything, they definitely chose to report that Tory was in there sleeping? The instructions. I haven't seen them report about anything in real time about this particular case, but they chose to bring that up.
Can we be fair? I will be honest. Tory was falling asleep. But I was too, and the judge looked like he was too. Prosecution was boring.
Damn. Who was it? The bot nigga or Kathy?
The juror was falling asleep. Everybody was falling asleep.
Oh, holy.
And he woke back up. The fuck?
Damn. Fucking prosecutor giving a lullaby over there, man.
Okay. Shit. I was over the phone. I had to change positions.
Wait, hey, why y'all keep saying the stream was echoing? Hold on.
Falling asleep. Everybody was falling asleep.
No, it's not.
Let's fast forward.
Oh no. Did they address it? Like I know you spoke about it, but did they address anything at the party? Did they address anything with Meg fucking her friend?
No, they completely skimmed over that. Everything was Megan and Tory fighting, and these people's defense was Tory shot Megan because she attacked his artistry, and then basically that's how fragile his ego was.
That's how they still wrapped up. That's how they still wrapped the closing.
Yes, and I said, how stupid can you be? You want me to send? If I'm a juror, you want me to send this nigga away for 22 years because you expect me to believe that he shot at a bitch 5 times because she said that his music ain't good? When we all know damn well his music is leagues ahead of her shit, anything that bitch could come up with. What would be the fucking dig?
Damn.
Megan don't have shit on Tory Lanez musically. Come on now. Get mad for what? Please. Now, I know we're not finna act like this nigga's ego is just that fucking bruised. Like, he just so full of himself that he want to shoot a bitch for saying that you only hot because you was on Jack Harlow's phone. Shit is moronic.
I'm wondering, I know the immunity deal was literally only for the it was only for the testimony, so it's not anything that. I'm wondering, since now there's two different individuals, I still don't think they will, but I'm wondering if they're gonna try to, you know, just try to stick it to Kelsey by trying to charge her for some shit.
I wonder too. I just don't think anybody will pick this bullshit up after this. It shouldn't have never gone to trial anyway. All experts and people, you know, with qualifications in the legal aspect of shit have said that this should have never made it to a trial. So y'all gonna waste more taxpayers' dollars with this bullshit? No.
They gotta let this shit
and
go.
I think somebody on the prosecution needs to be fired from their job. Name starts with a K, ends with an A. At the top. Because, bitch, you suck.
Well, so this is just a theory. I have no proof of this, so this is a theory of mine. Imagine if this shit happens and within the first few days, because apparently Meg went to talk to them like the fourth day, right?
Yeah.
Maybe someone who got some influence and power may have already dealt in like politics or dealt in the judicial system at Rock Nation. Maybe they made a call over there and be like, yo, listen, our artist was shot. You guys better prosecute. Now obviously they didn't have enough evidence, but they were kind of like their arm was twisted to go forward, not only because of somebody calling over, but because of the public pressure to try to prosecute a case they didn't have enough evidence for yet.
Right.
That'll be crazy.
And another great point, you know, that was made by the defense was the fact that prosecutors use DNA to send people away every day, and they argue this every day with DNA evidence, but they now want to tell you that DNA does not matter. You know, we can overlook the black and white things that matter. And so I just could not see this man getting guilty. That just an appeal would need to be filed within 2 seconds. That everybody would need to protest. And I hate that people feel like they can't understand that this could be your daddy, your brother, your cousin, your nigga. That can be him.
So how the hell did a prosecutor address the fact that there's no direct eyewitness that seen Tory shoot a Meg?
They only took the pieces from testimony that supported that he did. They didn't acknowledge that Mr. Kelly said that Kelsey had the gun first. They said Mr. Kelly said he was flailing his arms around with something in his hand. He shot 4 and 5 times. They only wanted to acknowledge Kelsey's September 14th interview where she said such and such. And that was to the detriment because y'all are not being transparent. That is not all that was said. You do not get to pick and choose, which people were so excited when Mr. Kelly went up there because they said, he said Tory shot her. He said Tory shot her. What he said, he did say that. But he also said Kelsey had the gun first and that she fired first and Tory was still in the fucking car when the gunshots first went off. Then everybody got out the car. Jaquan, he said that they let them fight for several minutes. But then Kelsey went back to the car after the fight spilled outside, went back to the car, and next thing you know, shots are being fired. And the driver got out the car, Tory got out the car. They admitted all of that. So you can't pick and choose what you want to take. And all of them are reliable. Even if you feel like you believe what he said, they all said something different, so you can't use it. They lied.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm wondering if I definitely know right now, Meg is probably cooking up a statement. I'm wondering if Kelsey's going to talk.
Me too.
And I'm wondering if Kelsey, you know, again, I think some of the blowback of the narrative is going to go towards Meg. But I think if you watch this case, you're probably even inching towards saying, well, Kelsey did it. And I'm wondering if any type of vitriol and, like, you know, hatred or, you know, contempt from people, if she's going to get that. As
you want me to be honest? I do not think that Kelsey would get too much backlash because as a woman, these hoes sit up on Instagram issuing threats and doing all kind of shit behind, little shit like that every day. What woman wouldn't identify with getting upset because this woman not only slept with somebody behind her back, but this ain't the first time? I do not think women are going to be upset with Kelsey if they conclude that they think she did it. I really don't. I really don't. Especially black women. And y'all some fucking hypocrites if y'all do. Because y'all the first ones to, bitch, this is what I would have did, and I'll fight that hoe and I'll do all. Okay, well, that's what the fuck she did. She pulled the bitch up out that car about it.
You want to pull the blicky?
There's gonna be anybody probably like on from Meg's team there tomorrow. I know she probably won't be there, but I would imagine someone would probably be there. You know what I mean? I'm thinking of like maybe this only happened at like murder trials and shit like that, but like usually you have people who either supported the victim or whatever the case is, probably are hoping for a particular result. I'm wondering if that's gonna be a thing.
They probably got somebody in the cut. They probably do. I'm sure, like they probably do. There's a woman that I didn't see for the first time until Megan came through, that I saw again today during closing statements. I cannot confirm that she works with her, for her, has any relation, but I only saw her when Megan came, and she was there today.
If this shit doesn't get
legal, I'm on the legal side.
If this doesn't get decided by like Friday, we gotta imagine it's gonna be a mistrial. Ain't no way this is gonna come back after the holidays. Right?
No way.
Like Friday is gonna be the 23rd. Yeah, no way you come back for the holidays. It gotta be
and deal with this bullshit.
It gotta be like a mistrial. You're not bringing them back to trial again. Too much money wasted. Just too much of too much. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's probably gonna get. I think it's gonna get wrapped up really quickly because I think these jurors who've been sleeping throughout, like I think they realize they're hearing redundant points. They're hearing everything but the shit they really want to hear. So who saw him shoot her? None of y'all? Okay, where's the DNA? Y'all got it? Where's the actual shit that could show us? Like, real easy. So we got to be up in this goddamn interrogation room trying to, like, figure out the puzzle of how he could have shot her. No, not guilty. All right, we get the fuck on out of here. Time to go wrap Christmas gifts. I think that's just exactly how it's going to go.
Perfect.
Me too.
And unfortunately, I'm praying. Like, tonight I'm gonna say a prayer for Megthestallion. I'm praying for her healing. You know what I mean? Because she's a human at the end of the day. But I think she might have a breakdown. And I'm gonna pray for some healing for her. She's always been jumping out there like in the media wise to try to kind of control the narrative. And I think if tomorrow it happens with a not guilty verdict.
I want to say that too. I'm not gonna lie. So I will not be praying for Megan tonight. But what I will say is I do hope for the best for her. And I do think that it's difficult, to deal with all of these different things that are going on. She was hurt. And that is unfortunate and that sucks. Regardless of the circumstances she was. And
Hey, what's she doing? Shots at you in the court though?
I believe so. That's how I took it. Yeah. So my whole thing is, bitch, scratch your ass and get glad. I don't know why you mad at me when you know damn well I have a foundation for what the fuck I be saying. I could see if I dry ass said some shit, but bitch, I've been right about everything I said. That bitch need to give me a Christmas gift.
Are they mad at you? Are they mad at you in Houston?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Like squarely. I remember when this first happened, we had like Bun B, we had all these people who blindly jumped out in defense of her and said, you know what? We as not only black men but OGs, we need to protect this woman. She's a victim and this other scum just shot her. And I'm wondering how they're feeling now.
Yeah, watching. I ain't heard them say nothing.
I don't think you will.
They'll act like it never happened. And that's a damn shame.
It is.
Someone says the album Daystar makes a lot of sense now.
I listened to Daystar again. And bitch, I just wanted to cry. I just felt like Bitch, I was feel like, damn, this shit is so fucked up. Like, it just hit different. I loved it immediately when I heard it the first time when it came out. But I just need him to do a Who Shot You remix and put out a deluxe. That album deserves Grammys. That was an amazing body of work. Hands down. That man being able to come up with that content in that short amount of time and pour his heart into them records, and that nigga sliding on them hoes too, like, that nigga deserves some awards for that, and he didn't get the opportunity to do that because he was condemned.
Yeah, one of the good things about, especially one of the albums he did, this he did Alone at Prom joint, I think he could bring back. You know, I think that was timeless.
People love that album.
Timeless, really timeless music.
Yeah.
Hey, as far as jury instruction goes, you know, I kind of asked this question to Mo earlier, and he didn't really have an answer. So let's go with the theory, right? That they were fighting over the gun, and the gun got discharged. He's charged with 3 things: discharge the gun,
right?
Assaulting Megan with the weapon. Right. I don't think that that's not going to get really used. But then there was the possession one, and I'm wondering if you're trying to stop someone from shooting, or you're taking away a gun from someone, at what point it becomes possession. I know obviously that the judge is going to tell the jury what the counts really mean. Did it give anything that was a little bit that stuck out to you?
No, there was nothing that was offered up that would make me feel like he should even get that. Because to sit up and say, and this is the craziest part, that could have been Tory driving. It was his driving. He was driving. That's fine. But prosecution said that it was Quan gun and it was in the console. Okay, so how the fuck y'all gonna blame him then? They still ain't his. They've only blamed it on him because he was sitting in that seat. But Megan was originally sitting in that seat. So I think when it's all said and done, that's not something that should be able to stick either. Because you ain't never proved it though. His DNA not even on that damn gun.
Unfortunately, I think that Meg, you know, if you've ever been really lit, and keep in mind, allegedly, Meg might have went through like 6-7 bottles of Henny, you know what I mean? Like, she's a true. Now, what happens with that usually when you get to that point of like inebriation is like sometimes the night or the moments of the night is skipping. So you remember major things, but those other little moments get, right? So just like how she's like, you know, oh, I looked over my shoulder and I seen him or whatever the case is. Let's just say that maybe she's seen something of the sort. I'm wondering why the prosecution didn't try to rely, or at least, you know, kind of rely on her memory a bit to kind of clean up some of the other loose things that the defense is throwing in the mix. Like, for example, the defense is kind of saying, yo, that gun came from the Louis bag, and the Louis bag was moved, or the luggage bag, whatever the case, right? Now,
it was
open. Now, if I'm the prosecutor, I would have asked Meg, yo, why the fuck y'all move that shit? Like, come on, give us something to go with. They ain't got nothing.
Nothing. They don't even want to acknowledge it.
And there's a picture of it being in a different position than originally stated by EJ, right?
Yeah, EJ said he put the stuff in the trunk, and it was in the back seat.
Yeah.
So
this is why I think that maybe Meg's memory of the night may not be all the way there, because if it was, the prosecutor would not be ignoring so many gaps.
Big things. Right.
They would have. Okay, no, this is why this happened. No, they ain't get no gun out of it. No, she just took a Band-Aid out of it. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? But that's not the case. The prosecutor don't know what they don't know. Right. And that's just the fucking point.
You know, on one of those records, Tory says, and obviously this is a song, so it's not to be taken as a literal fact. But on one of my favorite tracks on the album, he said, you yourself don't even know the full story. Why you let these people escalate it? And I just really feel like, yeah, you was drunk as fuck. And you really probably don't know what the fuck happened. Now, once again, like, you probably know, like, big pieces. But you really probably don't. You probably have misconstrued what took place. You probably really do not fucking know. And you and these stories you've been giving, bitch, make me feel like you don't, girl. It was better for y'all to say Tory shot you than Kelsey. You do get more traction when you say that. Like, let's not act like there wasn't particular people that wanted to sign that man. Like, let's cut the bullshit. Because honestly, this shit bigger than Megan, actually.
Yeah.
And it
No,
sounds okay. Let's talk about the fact that
Fuck that whole boy's fucking career
Megan
up.
was trying to put Kelsey on
Regardless.
him. And then she come in and swoop in and get on him. How we know they weren't advised to do so? And all this trauma bonding. You know, with, oh yeah, we bonded over our mothers. It's just too much happenstance for me. I don't believe in coincidences. Too much. Drake said don't think about it too much, but I did.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know how to call it, yo.
Okay. We gonna see.
Yeah. One more day, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Hey, listen, you know, for tomorrow, you know, I'm trying to think, you know, I'm about to hit the liquor store early. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take a shot. I'm gonna take
I just had a drink.
Megan. Take 5 shots, Megan. I'm gonna take 5 shots for the verdict. And, you know what I mean? And I got to keep it fair. I got to take 5 shots to Tory too. You know what I mean? You know, like we got to keep it fair. Well, how do you plan to kind of I won't necessarily say celebrate, because you know I'm just saying getting this whole ordeal over with, having to get up every day, wait in the line, get in the fucking courtroom, wait for them to. Are you ready for this shit to be over? What you about to do?
I am ready for this shit to be over with. I cannot wait. If God says the same, it'll be a clean sweep, and you're gonna see a black girl standing outside waiting on Tory to come out, and I'm gonna pop that confetti. I swear to God. But after that, I'm gonna go back to work. You know, I don't know what people think in terms of me doing commentary on this, but I've been following this case since the day the news broke, because I was actually reporting and looking into another case that day. So I've been doing this shit for like 5 years, and the commentary, that is. And so I'll get back to just doing mob radio, and people be like, you should have your own show. I've been having my own show. So I just like I said, I do Twitch and YouTube and Session Head. So I'll get back to that. Get back to work. You know, work don't stop.
Yeah.
I need to catch up on a lot of shit.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, this is the biggest thing so far, though. I'm equipped to deal with some of the revelations in this trial. You know, he has a tattoo.
All right, guys. So y'all seen it there, man. Day 8. Shit's crazy, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like, even if Tory wins his case, bro, this has affected him so much. And at this point, it's been 2 years. Bro, he's lost so many millions of dollars in opportunities and deals because of this whole case. So, man, listen, bro, like, honestly, if he's innocent, man, let that man enjoy his life, man. And I think he's definitely owed some money, bro, because he's definitely taken a big L, and he's lost a lot of money within these last 2 years, ever since this news broke out. So yeah, man, y'all already know the vibes, man. Make sure y'all hit that bell up above so you stay notified when we drop a new video. We are in.
Wow, it's the DaShmackHouse.
We do this daily, man. So y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe so y'all stay in the fucking loop, man. We'll check y'all on the next one. Peace.